Well, welcome to ABC Paddlers adventure number 20. We're on the Kennet and Avon Canal. We did about 9 miles in roughly 4.5 hours. For this trip we used the Nicholson guide number 7 and what 3 words as usual, just to show you where we are. Now, we stayed in an Airbnb in Bath, and this is how close we are to the canal. It was just a 1 room, but very, very pleasant, and we are right on the banks of the canal here. We couldn't launch Brian straight from here because we're in the middle of 2 locks, so we portaged him a couple of 100 yards up and got onto the canal from there. For this trip we went out of Bath towards Bathampton and up past a lovely waterside pub called George, heading to Claverton, and that's where we just past Claverton we turned back. Well, this is ABC Paddlers adventure number 20, and we are just outside Widdicombe Top Lock, is that right? And Brian's on holiday. We're at the Kennet and Avon Canal, and we're staying just a few 100 yards back. We've just portaged Brian over the Widdicombe Top Locks, or flight of locks here, and we're now going to put Brian in the water and head up in that direction. It's quite a busy canal, this one, so we'll catch up with you soon. We've just been on the water for about 2 minutes, and we've had to pull in because this is quite a narrow canal. I'm presuming this will be one of the narrow canals as opposed to a broad canal, and it's very busy here, so we've just pulled in to allow this barge to come through, and this barge is backed up behind us waiting to get through the locks. So it's a gorgeous day here, 1st of August. Yeah, it's Yorkshire Day, yay! So we'll just wait for this canal boat to go through, and then we'll be on our way again.
Tunnel number 1, I think.
So we're
Not much of a tunnel.
Oh no, it's not much of a tunnel. It's more of a bridge than a tunnel. So this is Bath Tunnel.
Bath Tunnel number 1 and 2.
Bath Tunnel number 1 and 2. So yeah, we've got a barge coming through, so we're going to have to pull into the side again, and we'll wait for this barge to come through the tunnel, and then we'll experience it. Catch you on the other side. And now we're approaching Bath Tunnel number... Whatever the other one was. Yeah, this will be number 2. There's actually moving now out of Bath. We could have gone the other way, but there are a lot more locks the other way. This way there's a long stretch without any locks, a number of bridges, but no more locks for quite a distance, so that's why we chose this way, and it'll hopefully take us out a bit more into the countryside. So we're now approaching the Folly Footbridge on our trip down the Kennet and Avon on this gorgeous August morning. It's turned out to be a bit quieter now. We haven't passed any canal boats that are moving for the last 10 minutes, so might be okay. And the sun's out, and it's a gorgeous, quiet morning. Pardon? You might be able to get some blackberries along here. It's teeming with blackberries. Absolutely teeming with them. Nope. That's not happening. glad about that. I was a bit worried. Well, we should now be approaching Candy's Bridge, and then just beyond Candy's Bridge there's Bathampton Bridge, where we hope we'll be able to get a cup of coffee or a drink of some description, because in the Nicholson guide there appears to be some refreshments there. So that's where we're heading. The sun's still shining. We've just stopped to let a canal boat go past, and while we were doing that we partook of the blackberries along the bank, and we're still paddling in the sunshine. And back there is the George Inn, which we may well come back to if the barge up here, the T-barge up here, isn't open, but we'll see when we get around the corner. Some more people going onto the water in kayaks. Well, we've just pulled Brian out of the water here by a little section of the Canal and River Trust that they've turned into a sort of haven for visitors. And down there, I don't know if you can see down there, but down there there's a barge that is selling teas and coffees. So Kath is just down there now. Kath is just down there now grabbing some teas and coffees for us, and then we'll get back onto the water and travel up a bit further. It's turned out a little bit windy. Here this morning, but hopefully it won't have affected the noise too much on the camera. I've had trouble with the gimbal, so some of the footage might be a bit shaky, so apologies for that. But other than that, it's been a really nice paddle so far. Well, we are now at the George, which is a canal side pub, and we've just stopped for a bite to eat, and I can get this gimbal to work properly. This cloud's starting to come over a bit, but it's a nice place to have a bit of a glass of something, and not too busy, and to use their facilities. Yes, it's the one thing on this trip so far that's been perhaps a little disappointing, is that there are no toilet facilities unless you partake of the hospitality of the pub. So that's what we decided to do. And then we are going to continue our trip, probably
On to page 75.
on to page 75, and to probably to Claverton, we think. We believe that we'll be heading down towards Claverton, which would be down this track here. Although there's not a lot at Claverton, it'll just give us another hour or so paddling after lunch.
We are unstuck.
And we are heading down towards
Claverton, and we're actually going to probably stop at Claverton pumping station. We'll have a look at Claverton pumping station. Well, we've reached the turning point, and we're now. Yep, that's about right, isn't it? The gimbal's packed up. Again, we've reached the turning point. We've turned around to come back. We missed the pumping station. I don't know how. It's a dirty great big, one of the biggest pumping wheels on the English canals, and somehow we went and missed it. So we're now heading back to hopefully catch it on the way back, and we'll see what happens then. It's been a gorgeous paddle. We'll come across the family of swans again, which we're hoping we'll be able to placate with some more cake, and then we'll see what happens then. But it's been a gorgeous afternoon's paddle.
Well, in actual fact, we didn't miss the pumping station because it's actually based on the River Avon, some 48 feet below. So you can go down and visit it, although it was closed on the day we went. The pumping station is owned and maintained by the Canals and River Trust, and there's a really interesting short video on its history and how they manage it, which I'll put a link to underneath.
We came across a family of swans which looked a little bit aggressive, so we decided to sit on the bank and wait for them to get bored. Probably shouldn't have fed them because they didn't get bored.
Well, we're back outside the George on our journey back home. The swans have caught up with us, so we're having to negotiate them again. But for now, cheers.
Brian's had a lovely holiday, but it's home time now. So remember, keep paddling.